You're listening to The Sweep, where the mics are just as bad as the conversation.
Hello everyone, this is Taryn, also known as WTF Sexy Headphones, and you are listening to The Sweep.
Special edition episode.
Exclusively on YouTube.
All praise the YouTube overlord.
Alone in the city and I look for pity. Feeling kinda petty now. Trying to get you out my system by shutting down my system. So I'm going on my third shot now. Shoot these scars I missed. Fourth drink down, how'd I get to this? Bartender makes straight.
I'm with Dark Bell.
Hi.
I'm gonna assume I don't have an intro because
The darkness is your ally.
Dark Veil.
Black magic darkness.
Poking on a big fat black dick. No.
I'm with Grammed Off the Green.
What up, fuckers?
Grammed off the green.
You shall not pass.
A joint.
Smoke weed every day.
Which he honestly does.
That was funny.
And I'm with Puff the Magic Dragon.
Hi.
All you do is run through the pretty forest and chase a big dragon. But you don't ever catch the dragon. You just keep chasing it.
Puff the Magic Dragon.
Ask Corey.
Alright, so we're talking about the X-League Austin Sound game. Whoa, guys, don't forget about me. So I'm future Daddy White. I built a time machine to come back in time so I could re-experience this podcast, because I don't remember anything from it, because I was so messed up and drunk the first time around. So glad to see you all again in past self. Thanks for having me.
Daddy White.
If I was white, might still have a ghetto shit.
The only white privilege I see of those teeth.
Ain't no daddy issues, then I won't even bother. She said, pull her hair like a Victor Mignogna.
Daddy White Hill.
Can I call you daddy? Actually, that's weird.
And also, anything else you want to talk about, because it seems like all three of you want to talk about something. I'm going to make a prediction. I feel like Puff wants to talk about tarot cards. I feel like Grand Off the Green wants to talk about Water Monster in our bed Airbnb. And I feel like you,
Okay.
Dark Veil, want to talk about the drive here. Yeah, you fucking weeb. Yeah, you normie.
Alright,
Yeah.
that's cool.
That's fine.
Totally
That's fine.
with
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why I said that.
I got some pussy for you. Absolutely.
Hold on, we're talking about some pussy. Look, I like some pussy.
Would it be not pee?
What? There's no limits to the podcast as long as you're not racist. Unless you're black. If you're black, you can be racist.
Oh, I
You
get
you can't be homophobic unless you're in the LGBTQ plus community.
I get a pass.
You know. Besides that, you're good to go. So say whatever the you want.
Great, and I got words. That's what I'm gonna say.
All right, say them words.
There's something in the lake.
What's in the lake?
So it started off as like a little glowing light across the lake. You heard me.
Yeah.
And you saw it too, right?
Yeah, no, like you look across the lake, and I don't know, it wasn't like 2 dots or anything. It was literally like something glowing. Like,
I think they're just hot.
nah, there was a small fucking like, it was glowing, man. And then we look over, and like there's another light, and we look through the trees, and there's a light through the fucking trees.
We're surrounded. I don't know what the fuck staring at us, but I'm looking back. Probably just.
It seems like it was landing.
Nah,
it was landing.
House.
And we might be getting a little bit of paranoia from the weed, but at the same time, like we did lock all of the doors, and I did check like most of the rooms to make sure that.
Like,
well, yeah,
I'm paranoid.
Probably, but I definitely heard a fucking splash in the lake, and I know fucking Puff did too.
There's ducks,
And-
fish, bugs.
Yeah, but what makes a splash that
Frogs.
fucking big? The only other thing that I can think of, the only other thing that I can think of that makes a splash sound that fucking big is a goddamn fucking human. Or like a big ass fucking fish. Like there ain't no small fish that made a splash that fucking loud. Like I swear,
pond is not huge.
Like,
it's a shallow pond, right? Like that used to be a lake, or it's during the summer, so it's dry season. That's not a lake. That's a little baby duck pond. No, who's gonna splash that fucking big in that? No. Or like what? And then I heard it splash twice, and like you guys know like what you sound like when you're swimming, what water movement sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard that. No, whatever's in there, I want no parts, no smokes.
The lake's a little low because it's summer. But the issue is that there's a lot of things in there. I've been around lakes plenty of times, or ponds, and it might be even a water moccasin. Like,
moccasin?
You mean moccasin?
Water moccasin?
Moccasin?
Did I say it wrong? Am I that drunk?
Yeah.
It would have to be huge and come off of higher...
My water moccasin is pretty huge, so if I slapped it on the water, it's gonna make it.
But that's the thing, it has an outside force, right?
Right.
Okay, so unless someone just threw this fucking snake out there...
Okay.
Neat!
Nah, this place has got something fucking here. Earlier, Puff pulled out some fucking tarot cards after the game.
Yeah, because we walked in and we heard, like, some noises from that other room, and, like, every time we walked in there...
no one is sleeping in.
Yeah, every time we walked in there, like, it would stop.
Yeah.
I haven't heard any of this.
And it was pretty cold in there, so then I did a tarot reading, and I kind of just asked if there was, like, any spirits with us, and I got 3 yeses, and one of the cards were saying that, like, I'd be more, like, into spiritual connection, like, world.
Yeah, like...
There's no Ouija board here.
No.
There's no Waluigi board here. But, yeah, she did the tarot
I would not
reading on me.
I would sleep in the car if you guys were playing with a Ouija board.
Look, my grandma just passed, and I'm ready to do that Waluigi board, so... If I may interject, the Austin Sound played at the HEB Center in Cedar Park, Texas, and we stayed in an Airbnb so we could all have separate rooms about 20 miles up the highway at Bertram, Texas. It was a ranch with a pond in a trailer put on it. It was on acres of land. If you kept going up the road, you would eventually get to the owner's home. I guess they had multiple homes on the property. There were cattle, like, just walking around. And the owners are Australian, so that was kind of cool talking to them. They were real interested in the lingerie football game. They thought that was funny. But it was a really good time. Unfortunately, I did not check the AC unit. I completely forgot because of how intoxicated I was. And when we first got there, we didn't stay very long because we needed to be at the game within an hour of when we got to the house. So I completely forgot to check the air conditioning because you know, if you've listened to this podcast before, that Anthony El Pollo Loco, he works for Bad Boy Heating because who needs AC when you spit this hot fire? And I did not check it for him. But besides that, it was a great place to stay at. It was fully furnished. All the TVs had Rokus. They had a VHS player for some reason. They had books on wild birds in Texas and snakes and what have you, board games. It was quite the experience.
Nah, that opens a whole nother portal, man. Like,
I can open a whole nother portal to this dick. But
what's with you and Dick? You're just so horny.
I'm just Dicko mode. The new rock rap.
I'm trying to put one in your mouth.
That's another dick. Yeah.
Alright. Since we've gotten to this part of the podcast.
Oh, you want to talk about dick?
No. Don has requested that he touches my nice-ish abs.
Nice.
Hear me out. A photo was dropped and snapping. It was kind of yummy.
Look, I didn't ask them to talk about how great.
I was like, damn, should I share one? I don't want you to be alone, but that's
I move myself over here and just there you go.
Okay.
Wow.
That's pretty. It's pretty nice.
Describe it.
It's abs any woman would want, or gay man. That's pretty nice. Megan is lucky. That's some nice abs. I must say. I wish I had abs like that. I wish most women I fornicated with had abs like that.
Yeah, no.
I'm not gonna lie. That wow, I never let another man touch.
Hold on.
How did that feel for you to let someone else?
You didn't let another male-presenting person touch you like that. So
that was a big step for me.
Yeah, that was a big step for you.
I'm extremely straight.
Yeah.
Oh.
He's one of them. He's
bad.
one of them super straights, like with the gold and black banner. The super straights.
The super straight.
Yeah, that's a thing.
Yeah, we have a thing at work, and we just add super to like everything. Like
yeah. I can't wait for him to get DDoSed.
Super pussy, like shit.
There's a super pussy.
Super stupid.
There's a super scoop too. Yeah.
Super stupid, mate.
Oh, there's a super stupid as well.
That's okay.
I mean, like, no.
You dip in the milk that I got you.
Absolutely, the milk is delicious too. Dip, eat your shit.
Man,
okay?
I'm fucking lactose intolerant. Do you know how fucking
lactose?
I can't talk with a goddamn.
My question is, hey, are you lactose intolerant?
Yes, I'm lactose intolerant.
No, I didn't say lactose. I said lactose.
Lactose?
Are you lactose intolerant?
Well, I mean, Megan has toes, so I mean, what?
Have you sucked Megan's toes?
Have I sucked her toes?
Yeah.
Have I sucked your toes?
Have you?
No.
Yeah, so you're lactose intolerant too.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Wow.
That makes you 0.47% gay.
Why do you have to go there and wait? What? How does
that not correlate at all?
No,
it really does. It really does.
Just
you can ask my alibi here.
Don't mean I'm.
You can ask my witness how fucking straight I am.
I mean, 0.7.
I can see it in your face.
0.47%.
I can see it in your face. If there was any question, like, you have an answer. Okay.
I don't know. Alex seems pretty gay to me.
Sure.
You know what's fucking crazy? All through fucking elementary and middle school, I was called. Can I say the word?
No.
Okay, I was called a
faggot.
Like, and I was called gay and like all this shit, and it all just made me feel like shit. And so I got so self-conscious to the point.
You thought that you were?
Like, yeah, I thought, I like started questioning it. I was like, am I gay? And then, like, I just went through kind of childhood and my early teenage years, like, man, like, I don't know, like, I'm not sure. And then eventually, like, I don't know what clicked in my head, but I was just like, nope, can't do it. And, so, I don't know, it just got to the point to me where I just could not stand, like, getting remotely close, like, physically with another man.
And so that's got some, like, deep psychological issue there, but...
Until today. And today...
Which, by the way, that has never been said to anybody.
Wild.
So, this is my first time, like, revealing the fact that, like, this might be literally a fucking mental problem that, like, caused me to be so fucking straight. But I'm not like, homophobic. But it's just, like, I cannot... Like, I tried doing a ghost shotgun with her friend Carson, and it just... I felt so out of place. Like, I just... No. Like, no. Absolutely.
Wow, you guys have tried.
Oh, yeah, Carson and I did it. And
I don't know what that is.
It's just the AC, y'all. It's just...
The lights got brighter.
So the lights flicked off, and it flicked on brighter, and then the AC went on, but it's fine. Low-key, guys, I think that was just because of the time portal rift that opened up earlier. So Alex is like son-in-law to me, so I don't question his sexuality, but I will say he's kind of gay sometimes.
How? Okay, wait. How? Explain to me.
All right, I want to know too. I'm ready.
Like,
bless me with the answers because this is going to be funny.
How am I gay? I was asking.
I don't know. Sometimes you smoke Swisher Sweets.
What?
What?
Swisher Sweets?
Which makes you gay?
We don't smoke Swisher Sweets.
No, hell no.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes.
No.
That's what I'm saying. If you're straight, you smoke.
I'm bisexual and I'm a pothead, and he smokes with me.
You smoke.
So.
Bro.
Welcome, love. I'm a bisexual pothead too.
You smoke White House or, other than Black Moms. I don't know.
He's drunk.
We smoke.
That's all I gotta say.
I mean, we smoke rose blunts, but
Rose
like,
nut blunt.
Which was different, and I tried today.
and it's so good. It is so good,
I
and
love it.
it's
Like
not
White
like
Owl's
it's not like
absolutely.
flimsy like the hemp wraps you get at all.
Mm-mm.
And you put like a little filter in there.
It's like
and
the hemp wraps are like extra moist.
Yeah, no,
I bet
the
they are.
hemp wraps definitely, and they make like your tongue kind of numb when you're.
Oh,
rolling
yeah.
it.
That's why I need numb tongue.
A numb tongue, Jesus.
Maybe,
You're comfortable
Mom.
now?
maybe you just haven't ate out some good pussy.
Look,
Just saying.
alright, Megan.
I've been trying to tell him that since we met, but hey.
Megan, basically my daughter. I just want to talk about this. All pussy is bad pussy.
No,
Look,
no.
all
no,
dick is
sir.
bad dick.
Don't
All pussy is bad
disrespect
pussy.
people.
No, like,
That's,
all,
I don't think
no.
all dick is bad dick.
All dick
I've
is
had
bad
some
dick.
really great
It's not. It was just washed the correct way, but it's
We
bad.
Create life, man.
You
Don't
don't.
disrespect us like
You
that.
don't. And like, no.
Yes.
No. Look. All,
horny handbook, thank you.
look. Y'all, are we gonna start talking about the game or like what's up? Actually, can they even hear me? I'm not sure because I can stop time and say whatever inane BS I need to say. But I think, I mean, they're looking at me and nodding like I'm here, but I don't know if they can see me per se. It's kind of a weird fourth dimension thing that's going on right here.
All right, so let's get to the game, yo.
Yeah. How was the Austin Sound game? Because we kind of dominated.
Okay, so like we kind of like skipped like some important aspects here. I mean, the drive here. First off, it was very like it was very short. I feel like it was not that long.
26 minutes.
From your
No. I'm
from
saying
your place, it was only
from
like from the GPS it said 3 hours.
from
Yeah,
like
from-
my
from your
apartment
place,
here?
yeah.
like coming here.
Okay, so I live in Mesquite, sunny Mesquite, Texas. And then we were in Cedar Park, Texas, which is basically Austin. You know, even when Kat got here, I was like, hey, how long is it? And it was 3 hours. And they're like, oh, you had stops and what have you. 4. But we got here in 2 hours and 45. So I was like, dang.
Somebody.
Okay. My bad, guys.
Why did you do that? That's so disgusting and rude. Sure.
Oh, so y'all do know I'm here. Okay, so that confirms it at least.
Yes.
You what?
You're listening to the Not Portapalooza. Happy
Crazy Michaela Monday.
from the Sweet.
Alright, I'm back.
Yeah, he's being what we call a queer.
Not even. He's being a good husband. Okay, I was just about to say,
Well,
that's cute,
there's a
that's sweet,
difference
but I was
between
gonna say
hold on.
himself,
There's a
okay?
difference
Like,
between a
I
good
love
husband and a queer. Look, let's talk about that. But the game, it took about 30 minutes from here, which I said was about 20 to 30 minutes. Mr. Leadfoot said, I can make it in 10.
Yeah.
We left about...
Did we make that in 10? Actually,
we did not. We made it in 26.
No, I was joking when I said I could make it in 10.
He was not joking.
He said immediately he was not joking.
No, like, literally, we were going up a hill earlier, and my car would not accelerate at all. I was stuck at 65. I shit you not, my pedal was to the metal, and I was not moving.
Well, I was stuck at 28, so, yeah.
Well, either way, the game was fucking great.
Yes, I loved it.
I'm glad you liked it. It was a blowout.
I must go again.
Y'all almost decided to not be in the autograph line.
That was not me.
When you decided not to be in the autograph line, the autograph line moved.
Yeah, which was like definitely it was definitely like the universe being like, nah, like get the autographs. I don't know why or like what it means for our life now, but like if it does mean anything that we like stood in that line, like thank you for like us just like avoiding that shit.
The only thing it meant was that you could talk about my jerseys.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could talk about was your jerseys.
Yeah.
Right, but
which every player was like,
they all wanted those jerseys.
They want something else too, but I'll give them the jerseys. So we actually all wore jerseys. I had an extra large. Kat or Dark Veil had an extra large. Puff the Magic Dragon or Megan had a small. And Gandalf the Green or Alex had a medium. And they were Austin Sound jerseys of the original orange that was going to come out in 2020 and then I believe 2021. But then they changed it to black mostly for the 2022 game, so it was kind of out of date. But in the back, it had Rest in Peace Jean on 2 of the jerseys, and on the other 2 it had Rest in Peace Shirley, which were 2 employees that I worked with when I worked at the company that was affiliated with
Xmart.
They had both passed away. I believe Jean passed away in 2020 and Shirley in 2021. So I wanted to wear those to honor their names.
Well, I mean, either way, all I know is that, there could have been some shit that happened, like if we walked out of the stadium, or like, maybe this was meant to like grow your business, or like, there's going to be a positive outcome to what happened. I know that for a fact.
Facebook.com/QuantumAdams.
I wish I had my BB gun. I would shoot you.
I wish you had a lot of things, but it's fine.
You're welcome. You get what you get, man. That's why I have to live without shooting you with my BB gun.
We've had Darkville on the podcast before, and Gandalf the Green, but the newest addition is Puff the Magic Dragon, which is Megan. Megan, do you have anything you've ever wanted to tell the public?
Anything I've ever wanted to tell the public?
That you haven't,
you haven't told before.
She hasn't told, yeah.
Yeah, that you haven't screamed on the mountaintops.
Not really, no.
Okay, great. To kind of let you know what's going on with the audio right now, if you've listened to our previous podcast where we talked about the Drag Kids to Prime controversy, I noticed there was a lot of audio puffs in that episode because of how I had the 2-mic system. When anybody was loud enough to get picked up by both mics, it caused audio artifacting. So I set this up before I started drinking and before we left for the Austin Sound game, and I thought it was good enough, but what ended up happening is we were all pretty equal from our respective mics. Me and Kat or Dark Veil was on one, and Gandalf the Green and Puff the Magic Dragon or Alex and Megan were on the other. But I was talking at a sensible tone while they were talking normally. So they were so far from the mic, but not projecting that it sounds completely like trash and that they're basically almost coming off of one mic with the echo. Alex was a little louder, but we're going to have to tweak the 2-mic setup a little better. And I'm still experimenting with it, so I'm sorry for how garbage this sounds. Dark Veil. Anything you've ever wanted to tell the public?
Absolutely. I have an irrational fear of okay, and hear me out. I'm going to put this scenario out there, and then you'll understand, right? It's hot as fuck outside. You just, hard day at work, you're coming home, right? So you're heading to your car, right, in the parking lot. You make it to your car, you parked under a tree because it's the only spot in the entire lot with shade, and you just happen to get it there first, right?
Yeah.
Okay, what a big whoop whoop, blessings.
Yep, like a good start to your day.
But the problem is that that's the only tree. The birds. They're gonna shit and shart all over the car. And so my irrational fear is me needing to get in the car for some emergency or some apparent reason that's extremely important. But every way inside of the car is covered with bird shit.
I think that's completely normal though. I mean...
But who would put that scenario out there? Who thinks of that?
I mean, shit, I would. If there was one tree in the parking lot, maybe I wouldn't think about it right then, but, as I'm coming out and I'm seeing it, it's just one of those things where it's fuck.
I had this irrational fear when I was 6. When I turned 10, my mom took us to a beach in Florida where a seagull shit in her hand, and it was the palm of her hand, open face, not on the back either. And it was extremely funny at the time too. Because when she described it, it was first of all, it was a lot. It was a lot, and there was like some splatter. And she said it was burning, and it was hot.
Ew.
Right, and so I was like, okay, ew, and then that kind of solidified, like, oh man, what if I drop my car keys in like shit? How am I gonna get home? It can stay right there. Nope, I don't want it.
Yeah, there was one time I was in like maybe 3rd or 4th grade, and I was playing football with my buddies at like the recreational center across the street from the school.
Yeah,
and because that's where I got picked up, my dad got off work late. Either way, we were playing football, and I was running, and like something hit my shirt. And I was going around to everyone. I was like, which one of you motherfuckers spit on my shirt? Because that's what I thought it was.
Spit, no.
And then I realized, like, I touched it, and I realized that it was bird shit.
Oh.
And then I was like, fuck. And so I, like, wiped it on the ground. I took my shirt off and wiped my shirt in the ground. And, like, that, I mean, I don't know if I have the same fear as you, but like bird shit is like disgusting.
But you understand.
Bird shit is fucking disgusting.
Crazy.
That is a period.
Everyone says I'm like batshit crazy for thinking of that scenario in the first place, and then being extremely afraid of it because I can just open the car with like keys in the door. I don't know. I'm not touching it.
Like,
we talked a whole lot about what fears and etc. we had going into being on multi-acres of land with cattle and a pond, and really the trail in the middle of nowhere. But let's talk about the game. So how was your first lingerie football game, all three of you?
I thought it was going to be like lingerie, honestly speaking. And then I was like, but I was like, no, like, why would they do that?
I mean, some of the pictures did depict that, though.
It used to be just lingerie, but it's PC now, so...
I want to go out and
but then booty shorts got them...
Okay.
They got them ass, though.
Okay, listen, I want booty shorts like that. I need some, because what...
So yeah, like my past self was talking about, the previous iteration of this league, which was still the LFL, which originally was the Lingerie Football League, later renamed as the Legends Football League, when the 2019 Austin Acoustics, which would become the Austin Sound, same coach, I think even the same quarterback, number one quarterback, or female quarterback in the world, they wore basically bikinis. I wouldn't say lingerie, so it was kind of French cut bottoms with bikini tops, and they had their jerseys pulled over to where you could see their cleavage. In Mexico, there's a bunch of lingerie leagues that they actually call bikini football. Now they basically wear booty shorts, similar to like TikTok leggings, to where the butt cheeks are real prominent, and they still wear the bras underneath, but instead of pulling the jersey up, they leave it hanging down, so you kind of see the midriff. So mainly, the only thing you're really enjoying as far as the female body aspect of the game is just the butt. And I will say, I don't know if it's because the Austin Sound's the number one ranked and they're going to win regardless, but the opposing team, they were pulling their booty shorts up to show as much ass cheek and bottom as possible. In the photos that I took, you could clearly see Austin wasn't there to show their body. They were there to play football and win. The other team was there to entertain the crowd. It was quite a difference between the teams, and the score reflects that.
Man, there was this one girl that I noticed she was eyeing a lot, was on the opposite team. And
in the purple that was in front of us?
Yeah, it was the tall blonde one.
Yes, I was staring at her too.
She's so tall.
Yes, I was like, you're so tall, and like, your ass is so jiggly. And I was like, why are you pushing her in the face? Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Bro, and then did you see her fly across the fucking field, man?
Yes.
Bro, like, she got what was coming to her, though. Like, she was trying to fight.
Yeah.
But...
how many fights almost broke out on the field?
Like
at least a dozen. There was multiple times when they were about to start fighting. Like, there was two that they actually were starting to get into it, but there was at least a dozen times.
Didn't somebody get hurt and had to get, like, picked up, too?
Yeah. There was somebody that got hurt, had to be picked up by the medical people, and that I just felt bad at that point. I was like, oh no, like, because I don't know, maybe I'm just such a chivalrous person, but I always try to make sure, like, you know, my wife is okay, you know, before, like, really asking anything else. Like, I just want to make sure she's okay.
Sexually.
Like, if she gets hurt. No, like, just in general. But it's just, you know, it was just that instinct thought of, like, oh, is she okay? Like, I don't know.
I would love to see Megan or Puff Magic Dragon play in arena female sports.
That's what I was telling her. I was like, man, you could do it. You're so feisty. Like, you could 100% do it.
Yeah.
I can see you blushing a little bit.
The low key though, the other team had their shorts pulled up way farther than the Austin Sound.
Same thing.
Because the other team had the booty.
Yeah.
And then Austin Sound was like, the booty.
Yeah.
There's a difference.
Focus on the ass. Go ahead while we find your cheeks in.
I mean, the California or like the LA team, they're all just. I mean, like this is what it just kind of seemed like. They all just kind of seemed like they were like kind of self-absorbed, like trying to just put on a show.
Blackstorm, yeah.
The funny thing is they literally were. They were the number 3 in the power ranking. The Austin Sound was so good.
Yeah.
Like, you don't understand how good they were. They're the number 1 female quarterback in the world. They had the top 5 like wide receivers and cornerbacks.
Which is insane. She's like a foot shorter than me.
It'd be like that.
Like,
that's why sports are not intersex unless... You know what, Alex? I think you're a strong woman and you should play in the X League.
Wild.
Bro, you want me to just say that I'm a transgender female?
You sure? Yeah, might as well.
Might as well have an orgy on the table.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Oh my god. No.
My favorite thing is they really love these jerseys that we wore and that I gave to y'all.
Yeah. And I'm really glad I was able to like be like, yo, yeah, like I know him. Like he made these.
He made them.
I'm wearing
Compton Adams.
Those are some
Facebook.com/Compton Adams.
That does feel nice, honestly speaking.
They are some comfy ass jerseys.
Yeah. So Hussein Muhammad, which is the president of Expert Hand Industry. He's the owner of the factory that makes my clothing. My clothing is Crompton Adams, but that man makes my clothing, so he knows what's up. Yeah. So
you know, when I was younger, I wanted to go into music. Be a songwriter.
When I was older, I wanted to go into clothing making, and I did. So.
Same. What genre of music would you have done?
I was really like, you know how Machine Gun Kelly is like doing the whole like rock and rap, you know, together. That's what I was gonna do. I was gonna do something similar to that, but I didn't know about MGK at the time that I was doing it.
You know something? Doja Cat's trying to do that too.
Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a trending thing now, especially with Swaco doing it. Yeah. Machine Gun Kelly's doing it. Travis Barker's doing it.
That's true.
And, you know, all these different artists are starting to go into this rock rap phase. But it's a really nice, like, kind of throwback. But it's adding on to our modern culture, which is really cool.
I love it.
But yeah, that's what I would have done. And the name of my group would have been Don't Break the Pulse. Yeah, and so I was also trying to spread awareness because that girl that I was telling you about in the car that I dated for 6 months, she was actually the reason for that name because she was extremely suicidal. And so I thought of Don't Break the Pulse as a way to, you know, spread suicide awareness. Because it's not just females, it's males too that go through this shit.
That's true.
And, you know, even, you know, everybody else, non-binary, you know, whatever gender you identify as, everybody has suicidal tendencies at some point. It doesn't matter who you are. Everybody needs to know that you aren't alone. You got other people around you, whether you believe it or not, whether you're so self-conscious.
This podcast is dedicated to Larry. And just to know in his name that help is available You can seek help with someone today by calling the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline. The hours are 24/7. They have English, Spanish available. And it's 1-800-273-8255. You can call and text them or go to their official website, suicidepreventionlifeline.org.
Don, what's the name of the person on the floor? Anthony. All right. Oh, Anthony, how you gonna win at Uno? Laying on the floor. Anthony, get up off the floor. You had too much to drink, too many beers and hard liquor, I think. Oh, you need to drink some water now, so you can win at Uno. You can still win if you get up off the floor. Don't give up, Anthony. The alcohol may have dried out your brain, but if you drink some water, you'll be okay. Go get 'em, Anthony.
Oh, Anthony.
Stop me now, bitch!
How you gonna win an Uno? Laying on the floor like you drink a bunch of Kool-Aid. Girl looking at you asking where the weed does. Knocking on the front door like she the popo. Asking what they dig do though, bro. Get off the flow, ho. Me thanko, el agua, el brano. Them shots and beers got you all in the rear. But don't fear though, you can still win though, cause Mr. Uno is here, yo. The floor is keeping your Uno score from ultimate galore. Don't give up, Anthony. You ain't no quitter. Nah. Acting like Hillary Clinton on cocaine, cause that alcohol had deep fried your brain. More dried out than my ex-girlfriend snatch, and that's a shame. You got a real talent, man.
Go get him, Anthony. Drink water.
You know, that gave me a lot of Lil Dicky vibes.
Well, you know, right. Lil Dicky is a big influence of mine. Lil Dicky, Young Gravy, Epic Lloyd, you know, really all the white rappers.
Yeah.
You know, White Power. Hold on.
Okay.
Wait. Wait.
Wow. I thought you could only be racist if you were black.
White rappers unite. All white rappers matter.
You're too drunk. Do not explain. Nah, just stop.
So,
we just gonna act like that didn't happen.
Retract.
Run. The driest of deserts.
Go get him, Anthony.
Okay, like, whew.
He's dry as my ex-girlfriend snatch, and that's a shame, man.
Wild.
Yeah, it'd be like that. I don't remember all the rap, but I remember some of it. So, Kat, as an African-American woman, Alex as a something person.
I'm Hispanic and white. So.
Alex is a something, and Megan is me is a white Caucasian.
Irish.
Yeah.
White as fuck.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, like I can't go outside or I'm burned. But you know, Alex is something. He said Hispanic and white, but press exit out. But yeah, it is what it is. Your dad's kind of hot though, so he's not Hispanic.
No,
that's not my dad.
That's not his biological dad.
Yeah.
It's his mom, anyways.
My dad's.
I have a question now.
Do I have some explaining to do here?
No, I have a question. So,
I have some questions, because why?
Was your biological mama at the wedding?
Yeah. It's my biological dad was not there, but my dad was there.
I get that.
There is a difference between your biological father and your dad.
Yes.
I agree. I have a stepdad and I have a biological father. Well, wait, Megan, can I be your dad? I thought that's how it works.
I took that position.
That's not how it works. Oh, no. Alex, hold on. You're daddy. There's a difference. You're daddy, I'm dad. Megan comes to me with all the financial and social economic problems. Anyways, Alex. So your best man was your stepfather?
No. He was my dad. He adopted me at a very young age, whenever I was, young as fuck. Once my mom and dad got married, I was 4.
Okay.
My biological father left.
But you don't consider him your stepdad?
No, he is not my stepdad. Because my mom and my biological father never got married.
Okay.
Therefore, legally speaking, he is not my stepdad.
Okay. But so your biological mother married him and he's your dad?
Yes.
At this point. Okay.
He is, technically speaking, my legal father.
Okay. I have a stepdad, but I'm well aware of my biological father. But the stuff that we share in common is that my stepdad and myself actually look a lot alike, besides the hair color. You look a lot like your non-biological father.
Yeah,
I noticed, and I was like, wow.
He used to get that a lot. He doesn't get it as much anymore because I'm not looking like him as much anymore.
Yeah.
Unless
I beg you differ.
Otherwise, but
I would say that you look a lot like him.
Either way, we've always gotten the, oh my gosh, you look so much like your dad, or your dad looks so much like you type thing,
Yeah, I get the same shit.
And, it's just, me and my dad, after I found out that he was my legal father, because I didn't find out until I was in 5th grade.
Wow.
But either way, he and I would always kind of laugh about it on the side, like, oh my god, no. But my mom did tell me, I don't remember when she told me, but she told me that, honey, every day you're looking more and more like your biological father. And I'm just like, no. I do not want anything to fucking do with that prick.
So have you met your biological father?
I met him when I was 14. I wanted him to be there for my birthday at 16, which I had told him 6 months prior to my birthday. And on my 16th birthday, I went to the DMV, got my license, and I texted him. I said, hey, are you going to come see me today? And he was like, no, sorry, I took a shift at work and I can't get out of it. And, it was just wow, you had the time to tell them that this is my son's birthday, this is more important than work. I'm going to be there. So he's never showed an effort for me, and I'm not going to do the same shit for him. In fact, I basically kind of disowned him as my biological father whenever he said a bunch of shit about the wedding. Because he was just, lying out of his ass. And he's continued to do it ever since before I met him. So what the fuck is the point of, I don't want him calling me his son at all. I am not his son in any way. The only way I'm his son is through science. But I fucking hate the man, and, he's got to deal with that. It's not my problem anymore.
100%. Okay, hold on there, past me. Sorry, my mouth is a little dry. I was eating some Taco Bell with some Fire and Diablo hot sauce, but bear with me for a second. I know that you want to talk all about Anthony's dad and how parents lie to their children about their step-parents and whatever. This is not the podcast for this. Not the time for this. Let's just move on. Alex, Grand Off the Green, do you have anything else you want to talk about? What about like thoughts? And I do mean THOTS this time.
So, do you ever get those random ads on Snapchat that are basically Snapchat porn stars? They want you to basically subscribe, but all you do is pay them and they send you a bunch of pictures.
Yeah. I subscribe to the free stuff, but yes.
Yeah, well, either way, there was this one girl that added me, and it was a real girl. It wasn't just a bot that added you and then just sent you a bunch of shit to go subscribe.
Yeah.
It was a legit person that, was selling, her pictures for money.
One by one,
going one by one.
Ooh, dedication.
Exactly kind of what we were doing for our OnlyFans. And I asked her, why, what is so appealing, to you to do this? Because I was genuinely curious, and I was thinking about going into that industry. And so I asked her, I was like, what makes you want to do this? And she was like, it just, it's a way to make extra money, and I don't see my body as, the only part of me. Like, I can have sex with somebody and it not mean anything. But, there's always going to be some type of meaning during sex, obviously. And sometimes there isn't. It just depends on the person. But for me, sex is something that's supposed to be, like, magical. But, okay, I'm going off on a tangent. But this girl...
No, continue. I agree.
Well, I mean, yeah, but sex is magical. That's where I was ending that.
It's also a money opportunity. If you're a person that doesn't have a lot of close family, you don't have a partner, OnlyFans and premium Snapchats is a thing to get revenue.
I'm not saying, and
it shouldn't be disregarded as not a job, because it takes a lot to get those people on board.
I'm not saying that either. And if you're that type of person who can just have sex with people with no type of connection with them at all, then hey, boo-boo, go you make your money. I envy you. I can't do that.
The difference is that's not the same, because there's women that can sell their body and not have sex with random people, and there's also people that can have sex with random people and not sell their body. So,
well, I mean, either way, kind of back to this story, to kind of like go off the point you made earlier. Either way, on a separate day, I asked her, like, just out of nowhere, she hadn't sent me any more, like, advertising shit, and I was like, okay, like, she's done advertising, like, I already told her I didn't want to, because I felt like I didn't have the money, and I didn't see a point in paying for something that I could get for free on, a website.
True. Pornhub.
Or in person.
And so I genuinely asked her on another day, I was like, hey, how's your day going? And she was like, it's good. Like, how are you? And, I was like, oh, it's good. Out of curiosity, how many times do you get asked that a day? And it was, like afternoon, evening, kind of like 3 to 4-ish. She was like, all day, nobody's asked me that. You're serious? Are you fucking around? And she's like, no, like, that's the first time anybody has asked me, like...
It be like that.
It does. Everybody is unique in such a way that everybody deserves to be seen what they were here for. And whether you have a purpose or not, you were brought here, and you gotta enjoy the journey. That's what life is. It's enjoying the journey. It's not... I personally believe we are all immortal. None of us die. Our souls live on,
Everything is energy.
Exactly.
Energy is not created or destroyed. Deadass.
Yin and yang. There cannot be an egg without the chicken, and there cannot be a chicken without the egg.
Well, I believe the same thing, but not the same way that y'all described it. But yes, your spirit will live on in eternal afterlife.
In whatever,
but your spirit was already a thing before you were born. But.
Think about it. In whatever religion you believe in, and I mean, I'm not saying what I believe in is right or wrong. I'm just saying, in the religion you believe in, whoever's listening, or, you or Kat, you live on in an eternal life after this life. Or you reach, this level of enlightenment.
That's fine. Yeah, I don't believe in reincarnation, but some people do. But.
Well, I mean, even then, there is an eternal life in most, religions.
Yeah, there's a heaven or hell, so good or bad.
A yin or yang.
Wow.
So what are your thoughts on the Austin game? Well, I appreciate my past self and all of y'all for having me. It was a great podcast. Got a little off topic, but that's fine. Just some final thoughts about the game. We had amazing seats. I spared no expense in buying them. Section 119, row D, seat 1 through 4. So we were just a few rows up from the field, almost directly behind the visitors' bench. So we got to see that back-end scenic view, but I digress. It was a great game. The Austin Sound ended up blowing them out 50-19, and it was really cool getting to meet all the players and getting autographs. Apparently, I was a little too drunk. There were supposed to be 22 autographs, but somehow I only have 20, so I missed 2 players somewhere in there. And some of them even follow me on Instagram. They might get jerseys in the future. So overall, great experience. Can't wait for the championship, which is also going to be at HEB Stadium in Cedar Park. So we're probably definitely going to be going back.
Did y'all like it? What was the HEB Stadium good, guys?
Yeah, the HEB, it was a good stadium, honestly.
It was a good stadium. Yeah, tired. Good. HEB Stadium makes us tired. Alright, well,
It was so cool talking to my past self and seeing all you again, or basically for the first time. I gotta go back to my timeline now, so I don't know if my drunk self can say it or not, but arigato gozaimasu, having a good talk to my just for you.
Since we're talking about spiritual beings flying off into the ether, I guess I'm in this podcast. I have Darkville, I have Grand Off the Green, and Puff the Magic Dragon. And I'm gonna say arigato gozaimasu, having a good talk to my just for you.
Hey, thanks for listening to today's episode. Please check out our other podcasts on the channel, such as The Knot, where we have bite-sized topics and conversations that anyone can enjoy. There's more to come, so subscribe and ring the bell. We don't want you missing out on any future content. Now, if you can excuse us, your mum is changing upstairs. We'll see you next time here on the Sweet Podcast, and only on YouTube.